Rushers lining up. Single file.
Good evening and welcome to the New Heights Christian Academy East Campus for the 2025-2026 home opener for the high school basketball season. Tonight's matchup features our visitors from Southwest Missouri Rush versus your New Heights Christian Academy Cougars. At this time, please rise to your feet as we honor America with playing the national anthem and remain standing for a prayer.
Oh, say, can you see? Well, I'd never tried to have that on the board before, but that anthem that's playing
Sequencing.
is different than what they're playing it in the.
You need to get synced up with the dot that goes over each word. All right, tonight we have our third game of the evening, this time for our varsity ladies, between the visiting Rush and home Cougars. So 0, number 2, several of these girls had played earlier. Our JV girls played against their JV girls. As our Lady Cougars won their first game, 2 quarters of JV, 13-14. Now we have our starting lineup for the Cougars. So number 2, sophomore, Julia Sanchez. Number 3, senior, Allie Stout. Number 10, senior, Jessie Beaver. Carly Dorse, number 21, senior. And number 32, senior Lily Lackey. So one of our assumed starters for this season is Ella, who has received a concussion in our scramble, jamboree this past week at Macaulay. So she has not cleared concussion protocol. And so we won't get to see Ella Nelson out here tonight. So Cougars, first game of the season. Clean record 0-0. Just had a jamboree last week, which is just basically a scrimmage against 3 other teams. So interesting how we come out and kind of our offensive identity here. So Stout brings the ball, controls the ball, sets it up to Beaver. Over to Stout. Looks in, sees the cutter, Doris. Doris takes a look, drives in, 2-step drive. Left, gets her own rebound. Put back, unable to find the bucket. Allie goes back up, misses that. Another miss. Cougars, 3, 4 good looks, shots quickly, unable to make any of them.
I tell you what, at this pace, Carly Doris is going to be the leading rebounder in the nation.
I mean, she got her rebound on both sides of the rim. She's moving.
Yeah, nice move by her early on. Cougars got out of the trap in the corner, found her open for the left-handed layup. Couldn't finish on that first opportunity, though.
So bucket there, which is good by Osborne. Great
Nice
transition.
answer.
Great transition.
That's the Coach Blankenship way. That quick transition down the right side into the big.
Yeah, Cougars able to convert. So 20 bringing the ball up, looking to the high post, drives in, pushes her way through, travels, no call. Cougars able to secure the ball as Jessie brings the ball down, steps through high off the glass, and Julia trying to create, kind of secure the ball and able to come up with it. Some of these girls for Rush, we've had an opportunity to kind of watch their game as they played a lot of the JV game earlier. Bringing the ball up, lost the ball. Julia bringing pressure. Sanchez providing the pressure. Back up top. Ball down to the low post, kicks it back up. We saw a lot of that out of the JV boys. Long rebound over the head of the Cougars. Another 3 set underneath. That's Probble hanging on the ball. And now Rush's turn to fight for rebounds. Good block there by Doris. Beaver able to push ahead, gets ahead of the defender. Still shoots hard off the glass. Doris rips the ball free and gets a rebound point. So keep the rebound stats rolling.
Well, I think that may go down as a steal.
Okay.
But the basket's worth it. Yeah, Doris being real physical early on down low.
Yeah, bucket there, apologize. Trying to learn the numbers for
That's Kaylin
Rush.
Bronner, number 30.
Yeah, Bronner played pretty strong. She did play some point guard in the JV game. Stout for three, just short. Another rebound there by Doris, unable to get it.
Doris gets 2 rebounds there.
Back up to Stout, looks in, finds Lackey, shoots long. Doris providing the pressure.
That little baby hook by Lackey is probably a shot that coach wants her taking. It's 8 foot. She's turning and pushing that over the top of the defender.
So Cougars providing good pressure there. Stout's going to be called with a foul. As she came across the arm of Phillips as she was looking to pass it. We got a couple substitutions here. Prater's coming in.
The Cougars have had some really good looks early.
Really good looks.
Beavers got in transition twice to the basket. Doris has had, 6 shot attempts from point-blank range.
Yeah, just unable to convert. 3-point shot, no good. Doris rebounding, and we're going to get a foul call here on Crunland. She comes across to try to contest the rebound. So foul count 1-1. 4 points to 4 points. Trap's coming. Beaver dribbles to the center. It's over to Truly, hits a high post, just not high enough. And the pass is picked off as Osborne brings the ball down. Cougars providing their own trap. Beavers able to steal it away. Tip, nice recovery. Stout for the 2, misses it. Prater gets in position and gets fouled. So Cougars dominant on the offensive board early. Just unable to get the points to drop. Sends Prater to the line to shoot 2. Good on the first. And a couple substitutions as Stout.
Truly, Prater's going to be important, have an important role for the Cougars this year as a sophomore, coming in and filling a lot of varsity minutes.
Quaddy checks in and Sanchez checks back in. We're going to get a no rim. And ball goes to Rush. Ball being brought up by Osborne. So Cougars running a 1-2-2 zone. Looks into the inside, high pass. Jessie came across for that steal, but came across her arm. So first foul by Jessie. Cougars the 1-point lead, 4:14 left. Jessie again goes for the steal, unable to convert. To come with it. Shot just rims out. Rebound by Quaddy. Out to Beaver. Driving in, looks down her lane, comes up underneath the rim. Unable to convert. And are we getting another foul here, or we got a timeout? Yeah, we got a timeout, 30-second timeout called by Rush.
Beavers getting to the basket. The Rush is doing a good job of the spot they're setting up to defend, where Beavers having to step through, and then she's in a tight spot where she can't really get back to the backboard to finish.
Yeah, she really is. She's getting down there. I don't know if the rest of the Cougars are getting to a better position for the dump pass or not. But I do appreciate the aggressiveness driving at the lane, trying to create. Cougars here doing a great job of that mid-court ball pressure, forcing those turnovers. Osborne passes the ball, finds the high post. They're going to look down low. Truly unable to capture the ball. Ball's on the floor, and we're going to get a jump. The inevitability of that play was only going to be a jump. Nobody was kind of going to try to help 0 out. Cronland. Ball to the inside, just a step back. Cougars aren't ready for it. Nice rebound by Beaver. Pushing the ball up. Screen down to the low post. Quaddy not using the glass and shoots wide after a good find.
Yeah, nice find by Beaver. If Quaddy could have taken that right into a pound dribble to reset her feet, That may have been a better angle to get that basket.
Sanchez rips the ball free. They're going to call a jump ball, and it'll stay White's ball. Now we got a couple girls here playing their first varsity games. Quaddy in particular. Off the outside. Skips it back to Prater. Prater finds Lackey. Sanchez on the outside, drives all the way in. Oh, Quaddy goes up, gets the rebound, and they're going to call that on the floor.
Huh?
Even though she was going back up with the ball.
That's crazy.
So Osborne is called with the foul. Lackey goes out to the wing, passes it up to Sanchez up top. Sanchez looks for Stout for the cut through for the three. Long. Rebound out. Prater puts some pressure on, but eventually drops up as Osborne brings the ball up. Cougars a little bit higher on their press here, on that pressure. And the trap up high. Skip pass out. Three is good. So Bronner for three. Cougars not waiting around for anything. A Stout drives through the lane, and there we go. A great play by Allie Stout.
Yeah, nice pressure by Stout right off the made basket. Like I said, the Blankenship loves to do that off the made basket, push the tempo.
Shot for two. Quaddy gets position. Rebound over her. Tries to save the ball. Throws it to the other team for two.
Nice job by Quaddy fighting for the rebound, but it's got to be an outlet. You can't pass it back under the basket.
Well, and you can't dribble to get control of the ball either. Get control of the ball, then you make your play. After Prater slips through her hands, Lackey recovers it, saves it from going out of bounds. Skip pass to Quaddy. Back to Stout. Pressure's coming. Kicks it back to Quaddy. Over to Sanchez. Sanchez step through. Looks, drives. Good take. Quaddy back up for two and drops.
Jenna Quaddy with the bucket. Is that her first varsity basket?
That is her first varsity basket.
Very cool.
Cougars tied at 9-9 with those points. Ball to the middle of the lane. Lackey defends. Long board. Travel. Exactly, as she's carrying the ball over the back of other people.
I mean, it could have been a foul on her, too, even though she had the ball.
Right.
It's an offensive foul as she takes out the player in position.
I think we're all kind of watching that kind of happen in slow motion, wondering what the call is going to be.
Travel is probably a generous call.
So got a couple subs back in. So we're back to the starting lineup for the Cougars. Back up top. Stout dribbles through, left hand, passes over to Beaver. Beaver takes the shot, bounces long. Sanchez diving.
Oh, my goodness.
Oof, scary. Trying to save that ball, runs almost full sprint into the wall.
You know, we got all those pews over there in the corner. At least she avoided that.
Appreciate the hustle. But, yeah, be safe. Ball up to Phillips now, who's going to bring the ball down the court. Cougars in that high trap. Sanchez reads it, tips the ball. Beaver gets control, jump stop, and gets up for two. Cougars doing a great job as they're kind of slowing down to what's giving them credit. Again, Beaver, great hustle. They're going to get her for the travel because she was
I mean,
rolling backwards.
but she's getting
2 inches.
hit. That's why she's falling back.
Yeah.
I mean, when does she get possession there that's a travel?
Well, these are different refs in the last game, so hopefully you have to have possession to call timeout.
Yeah.
That's what we saw in the boys' JV game. So we got number two now. Burgess bringing the ball up. Lackey providing the pressure. Drives in.
That was an extra step.
I don't know what kind of shot that is. As Doris rips the ball, and they're going to call a jump ball.
No, I thought I had the arrow right. They have the scoreboard different than the arrow.
So they do this step back in. That's a common play for them, and it works. The initial ball, Lackey, good look there. Trying to get the ball to Lackey, just goes through her hands too hard. So Cougars now down 1 point with 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Picks up her dribble, there she goes. wide open down low. Cougars all up high pressure. Doris secures the rebound. 6 seconds left. To Stout. Stout looks into Lackey, can't find her. Can we recover in time? No, it's going to be out of bounds.
The horn went as they blew the whistle.
Yeah. Might have been a split second difference. So Cougars left a lot of points out there in the first quarter by missed layups and blowing opportunities on fast breaks. So into the first quarter, Cougars down 1 point, 11-12.
Yeah, it really felt like a game that the Cougars had control of. They're getting so many opportunities. So if that pattern continues, you think that they'll start to pull away. But kind of unexpected for Rush to be leading at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, I really liked just kind of in that last possession there. We'd had a couple just missed layups on their fast break attempts. So Jessie just kind of slowed down, pump fake, got her feet set, and got those points. On a couple of those fast breaks with the pressure, she had missed them. And so I appreciate the changing, the switching, just working a different fundamental to be able to score. Our pressure's working really good. We're getting some good rebounds. Just a few too misses underneath. So it'll be Cougars ball as we start the second quarter. Starters still remain out there. Stout's going to throw the ball in to Beaver. Beaver sets the offense up. Door stays high. Touchdown low. Quick shot by Sanchez for three. Great way to open the second quarter. She buries it from deep. Oh, good read there by Stout. Forcing. So when Allie came up and she jumped really into the next pass, that trap was so effective she had nowhere to go, and so the Cougars grabbed a hold of it and forced the jump ball. So because the Cougars got the ball to start the second quarter, it'll be Rush's ball. Passes in number 20. And she stepped out of bounds. So good pressure there by Sanchez. On the Beaver. Looking for the pass, Sanchez to the side. Beaver looks back. We have a cutter, then a screen. Sanchez steps through. Jessie gets called for the walk. Substitution here as Cronland comes in. Checking in for number 2, Burgess. Looking for who she's going to throw it into.
Cougars staying in that 1-2-2 half-court trap.
And the ball just rolls right out of the hands of Lewis and a turnover. That's part of the way that you break that 1-2-2, right? You got to get down to the low blocks on either side and force the low person to make a decision. Ball tipped. Stout for 3, long. 21 able to come down with it.
It's a good open look for the Cougars. You're going to take Allie Stout taking an open 3.
Absolutely. This time cut in the middle through a crowd. Providing the pressure, good hands by Lackey to knock it free. Stolen away. Beaver, constant pressure, steals it back, hits Lackey down low, gets fouled, and the bucket.
Nice position. Lackey gets to the block, which is the key thing, shows her hand, gets the ball, and then finishes through traffic.
So Cougars up 16-12, 6:37 left. And drops it from the three-point play. Good play by Lackey to increase the lead to a 5-point lead. Cougars doing a little bit of a lower trap this time. Pass back out. Great defensive read by Beaver to get a hand on it.
Coach Blankenship said that Jesse Beaver is his defensive stopper, and she's showing that early tonight. Just hands in the passing lane, so many steals already.
It's on the wrong side, able to tip the ball away. Doris able to come with the ball. Lackey passes just a little bit long looking for Sanchez. Floating long too. Trying to figure out what to do with it, and we're going to get a foul on Doris as she swung.
Yeah, Doris kind of bailed her out there because that was, she's flat-footed. She's just trying to look for an angle. If Doris just puts her hands up, that's probably a miss and an opportunity for a defensive rebound.
I'm not quite sure if she deflected the ball at all. That was a really high shot off the glass by Lewis. So no good on the first. Lewis sets up for the second. Shot is long. Big time rebound. Doris gets hit in the stomach. And she's going to need a breather. She's hurting.
Yeah, Bronner kind of elbowed through for position. Let's see on replay what that looks like as she closes. Yeah, it's a good aggressive play. I don't think that's a foul on Bronner, but she uses that shoulder right into Doris's midsection.
Hopefully just kind of knocked the wind out of her a little bit. She's back up after Coach B talks her through it.
When you look at that on replay, you think that's something, that displacement by Bronner on Doris is something the ref should be watching for, because there is boxing out, but you can't just push through the player on the block to get position.
I wonder if this is kind of what Coach B is talking to them about right now. It's kind of alerting the refs to that kind of action. Talking them through that. Help protect his team. So I'm not quite sure. We're not hearing it.
I'm
not
guessing
a timeout here.
I'm guessing that he's asking for a timeout, because if he takes a timeout, then Doris can stay in the game. If he doesn't use the timeout, Doris needs to leave because they stopped the play.
So Cougars up 17-14 with 6 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first half.
So timeout charged to the Cougars.
So Doris still on the court after kind of getting that body blow there. And it's Cougars ball. 3-point lead. 6 minutes left in the first half. Beaver bringing the ball up.
Be interested to see if that changes the momentum, because the Cougars seem to be rolling a little bit there, and that basket and injury may get rushed back into this game.
Yeah, there's definitely some momentum. Osborne brings the ball down, not allowing the Cougars, who weren't really quite ready. Long three. Doris gets the rebound. Looking up, sees Stout. Good pass. Great play.
That's Lady Cougar basketball right there.
Great play. Just a great long distance pass. Stout, who's ready and has a good finish. Big drive there. Nobody stops her.
Good answer by Bronner.
Pass up. And the Cougars respond right away with exactly what you're talking about, Brian.
Yeah, that secondary break, Coach Blankenship's known for that wing block entry after a made basket.
Big steal by Beaver. Underneath, finds the open man. Great passing here by the Cougars. As the Cougars open up with 6 unanswered points here after that timeout. So yeah, your concern, Brian, was, did that stop the Cougars' momentum? I think it started it.
Yeah, they recovered from that. They turned that basket by Bronner into a quick transition basket, and then Doris took that outlet with the big pass ahead, and they're just they're just moving in transition. Those are 3 transition baskets in a row off of the made basket by Rush.
Yeah, what a great, just finding the open person. You know, have that court vision, have that unselfish play, and to find that next best pass. Fantastic. As long as the Cougars stay fresh, they can run that kind of basketball all day long.
Allie Stout now has 6 points on the night. Doris with 4. Lily Lackey now with 5.
So Cougars setting back as Osborne brings the ball up. Cougars running that high trap. Nope, not a high trap. Just putting the ball pressure up high. Osborne being tightly guarded, drives all the way in on Beaver, is going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, I'm interested to see Osborne, whether she shoots with her right hand or left hand. I think she's been shooting right-handed, but almost all of her drives, she goes up with that left-handed scoop.
So that's 2 fouls on Jessie. She's right-handed. Or at least shooting right-handed, I guess.
Yeah, she may be left-hand dominant and shoots with her right. But, yeah, she's definitely strong to the basket with her left.
Second shot for Osborne. It's true on the second. Cuts it down to a 6-point lead. 4:40 left in the game. Cougars pushing the ball down. Finds Sanchez. Back up to Beaver. She drives in with her left. Jump stop. Short. Ooh, almost. Doris trying to come down with the ball. Beaver picks up the ball. Stout. Oh, almost a step there. Watching that out of bounds. Skip pass over her head. And turnover by Rush.
Number 21, Jocelyn Lewis, the senior. She's a big presence down on the low block, but they've had trouble getting the ball to her in a spot where she can turn and score.
So substitution for the Cougars as Beaver gets a rest and Prater comes back in. Allie now running the point. Getting some help for the trap that's coming over to Sanchez on the wing. Nice cut through. They're going to call the hand check.
Yeah, that's a nice job by Sanchez winning that first step, and the defender, number 4, Sophia Osborne, just has to put 2 hands on her to stop her.
That's the second foul for Osborne, who's obviously important to this team. Trap coming at Prater, can't get through the traffic. Skip pass. Julia, it's going to be a jump.
Yeah, on that pass to the wing to Prater, she really needs to catch and face. She's in a position where she can't do anything. She still had her dribble. She has a double come. If she faces, then she can dribble out to reset.
So ball stays Cougars. Rushing a 1-4-4. Trying to look for Doris. Not a great pass as they were anticipating it. Number 2, Burgess, was just right there to create the tie-up. Needed to just pass a little bit wider. Doris would have had to come out and get it, but that would have maybe given her a better look at it. High screen. She cuts through, floats with her left.
Yeah, all JV games she was taking those left-handed shots.
Good defensive closeout by Doris, who's standing out of bounds when the ball's tipped to her. It'll stay Rush's basketball. Still a 6-point game. Cougars on top. Cutter slash right there. Number 2, that's the look they wanted. Cougars a little discombobulated on that inbounds play.
Briley Burgess in for the 2.
Through. Oh. Good look by Doris. Sanchez was set up for the 3. Just a little too high there on that pass. So Quaddy comes in, checks in for Stout, who's a little gimpy. She walks over to the trainer. She's trying to maybe walk something off here. So jump shot there. Prater comes down with the loose ball. pressure's just tipped, and it stays white ball as it was tipped by blue. I did not see that.
Yeah, I think the Cougars got away with that one. Looked like Prater tried to throw that, never had control, and it kind of rolled off of her palms out of bounds.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by that call. Lackey checks back in as Prater gets talked to a little bit, and a bank three by Doris.
What a big shot by Carly Doris. We'll take the bank.
All the way to the bank. Good ball. Oh, that looked like it went off of Burgess as Doris was kind of coming up with that. They do a good job of kind of creating the inward pressure, then they flash somebody to that short corner. Beaver drives through, nowhere to go with it. Kind of drove into traffic. I think initially she wanted to pass to Lackey, but I don't think it was open, and she got kind of stuck. So Cougars ball, pass to Quaddy, waits too long, passes out to Beaver. Beaver for the three short, off multiple hands. Beaver gets her own rebound. Over to Sanchez. Sanchez pulls for three, just long. Lackey unable to secure position. And the Cougars get back on defense. Ball up to 20. Phillips, pass inside, tipped. Beaver.
That was just a bad decision, trying to get inside there, double team.
Oh. So Stout checking back in. Thankfully, she's looking okay. Able to walk off. Maybe she had a cramp or something. Beaver comes in. Doris gets it back to Stout. Just providing that single high pressure. Passes to Doris. Doris looks over Sanchez. Sanchez for three. Ooh, just rims out. Lackey there. Good job by Lackey to secure the rebound and get the putback.
Lily Lackey goes up with her left to finish. Really nice job boxing out, getting position and finishing.
That's a 9-point lead now for the Cougars. Three shot. Oh, teammates kind of fighting for possession here, and she was stepping out of bounds. Stout originally got a hand on it. Sanchez came through, and it kind of buried them both back. Substitution here for Rush. As number 10, Bonham checks in for Cronland. So ball back up to Osborne. Looks to the high post, cuts through. Good help. Good help there by Stout. Trying the same play, pass and kick. Three ball. Rush proves that they have a bank of their own. Ball down to Stout. And where are we going to get a double dribble?
Yeah, I think she had already put down a dribble there. Maybe it was a control rather than a dribble, but.
So now we got a 6-point lead by the Cougars. Minute 20 left in the first half. Long three for number 20. She shoots, rebound goes long, and Rush chases out of bounds.
Rush is hanging in this game. It feels like this is a game that the Cougars could just pull away from at any time.
Yeah, our transition's been deadly. Really, really deadly whenever we're able to get the ball up and find the open person for the easy shot. Not the same amount of success out of our set offense. Pass over to Sanchez. Sanchez looks for Lackey. Ooh, tough pass. Tough shot.
I don't know how Doris got that shot off, but she
either.
almost made it.
Looked like it rolled out of her fingertips. Oh, good jump by Stout. Finds Sanchez. Wide open, nobody around her. Takes her time and finishes the two. Good defensive play. That's what the Cougars need.
Yeah, big basket by the Cougars. Under a minute to play.
Oh, yeah, we got picked up her pivot foot. So turnover there by Phillips. So Beaver checking in for Quaddy. 33 seconds left in the first half. Cougars with an 8-point lead.
We'd really like to see the Cougars extend this lead to double digits to go into halftime.
So Cougars making the choice to slow down the offense with 30 seconds left. Rush content to set high, or to set low and allow it to happen. Oh, it was a good look, but a great read by Bronner. So 10 seconds left. Beaver providing pressure. Lackey steals the ball, passes it up. Beaver drives into the contact.
Great job by Beaver looking at the clock, seeing how much time she had, patiently getting to the basket and drawing the foul.
Yeah, she had Sanchez open on the opposite block, but I wonder if some of that decision was to help kind of slow down the clock a little bit. So Beaver to the line to shoot 2. Bounces out on the first. Prater checking in for Sanchez. And Lawrence looks to check in for the shooter. Which would probably mean that she has to make it for Lawrence to get back into this game with just 2 seconds left. Long rebound, or long shot, rebound by Bronner. And that'll do the first half. So Cougars going to the halftime with a 30-22 lead.
I mean, I get the sense that Rush is hanging on to this game, not that this is just an 8-point lead for the Cougars. It just feels like the Cougars are really dominating in the open court,
Yep.
and they're fatiguing Rush. Rush doesn't have much of a bench. Their leading scorer, number 30, Kaylin Bronner, has 9 points, and she's been effective in the half court, and she's a big physical player. But asking her to chase up and down the court is really making it difficult on her. The Cougars are doing a nice job of that.
Yeah, the Cougars really kind of those front 3 or 4 do a great job not only just on the defense, but then passing the ball up the court and finding opportunities to push the ball. And once that they kind of calmed down, right? You know, early on they were missing some layups, things like that. They calmed down, settled in, and just didn't just miss those easy opportunities.
Yeah, the first game of the season for the Lady Cougars, and you saw those early jitters where they were just a little bit strong on some of those layups. Carly Doris had that 3 or 4 rebound series where she's just right around the basket trying to find the right touch to put it in. But yeah, she's come together and really had a nice first half. Doris, physical player. She doesn't have a lot of meat on her bones, but she's really strong underneath.
She fights for sure. All right, so we'll take a break for halftime, and we'll come back during the second half, and here's some first half highlights. New Heights Cougars host Rush. Cougars come in with an 8-point lead, most points off of transition.
Yeah, they're really doing a nice job after a made basket. You know, the Rush feels like they're getting right back into it. They make a basket, they feel some momentum, and then the Cougars quick outlet, attack the right side, enter to the block, and then after that made basket, the Cougars are in the press, and they're really forcing Rush now after they've chased back now to recoup, be under composure, and try to get the ball back down court. Coach Blankenship has a young group here, but he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, this is without, probably one of our team's best athletes, Ella Nelson, who's out with a concussion protocol, and she's recovering from that. And so it's cool to see kind of a sneak peek of what we're trying to do as a team. So ball starts off with Rush short on the jumper, and the Cougars doing what they do best, which is pushing the ball up the court. Pass back, Sanchez, long three, short. Rush able to come up with the rebound as Phillips kicks it back out, and we get set up with Osborne bringing the ball and setting up the offense. 3 ball short. Cougars able to secure the rebound, and Sanchez steps out again. She was looking down the court. She was trying to make a pass and just kind of lost where she was in relation to the out of bounds.
Yeah, the new court is a little bit thinner border than the past. Actually, it's quite a bit thinner, but it's a little bit easy to get lost on that space.
Which is crazy because it's such a large court. Bronner drives through, does a little scoop. Lackey gets the rebound, has it ripped away from her. And Burgess was able to put it back up and draw the foul from Lackey.
That was a big basket because Lackey's there with the rebound. She just didn't rip it down. She kind of held it above her head and it got stolen away. Burgess able to convert.
Ball rims out, and we're going to get another foul here. Not quite sure who this one is on. And the second foul on Lackey looked pretty straight up to me. Maybe they said that her arms came down. But 2 quick fouls for Lackey, who had no fouls in the first half. And sends Phillips to the line. Cougars are blocking out. I guess they didn't hear relax on the first.
Yeah, the last one was a and one, so they kind of were in that habit of being ready to rebound.
Well, the universal refs relax on the first. Floating 2, or for the second shot, good for a high shot. Cougars lead cut to 5 after opening up an 8-point lead to begin the half. Swing it back up. Beaver sets up the offense, looking. A little miscommunication as the Cougars get in position. Spread offense, almost jumped the pass. Beaver cuts through, scoops, tries to tip it back to her teammate. Sanchez does a what? And we're going to get a foul on Sanchez. Again, pretty interesting because I didn't feel like anybody really had clear possession of the ball. Sanchez was just trying to grab a loose ball, but because she rolled on top of her, they called the foul. Ball's passed up to Burgess. Burgess picks up her dribble, gives it back to Osborne. Osborne over the wing, rips through, gets by Lackey. Lackey's going to get her 3rd foul.
Boy, 4 quick fouls for the Cougars here in the third quarter. Just a minute 30 has passed in the third quarter.
Yeah, Coach Blankenship, I'm surprised he's not doing a substitution here. Osborne gets the ball, and we got a jump. So again, 3 quick fouls to start, or excuse me, 4. 3 on Lackey. And here's the substitution I expected to be coming. As Quaddy checks in for Lackey, as she has 3 fouls. Gonna have to sit out a little bit. Quaddy playing her first varsity game is going to need to be strong on the boards for the Cougars. Stout, good pass in to Doris. Doris out to Sanchez. Sanchez thinks about it. Passes back up to Stout, back to Sanchez. Still decides not to pull a shot. Kind of a high pass to Stout. Stout rips it through. Jesse trying to avoid the trap. Quite a high post back out. One more pass. Now Sanchez pulls it long. Great rebound by Beaver. She shoots long, little shove in the back there. No call. Ball's that time she was rolling, but no travel called. Osborne kicks it out wide open. Stout tries to close out the difference. Cougars got to box out better. Man, every time. Oh, now we're going to get a foul here on number 2, Burgess.
Boy, it sure is a hectic game down low. Good decision, I think, by a coach to use a timeout.
Yeah, the Cougars unable to really secure the rebound. So able to get possession of it, but there's just so much reaching inside, and nobody's able to really grab a hold of that rebound.
Yeah, I really want the players to get the ball with their feet in the air, and that way they can go through the rebound into a new position, and it allows them to maintain possession and clear out space. When they reach forward to get the rebound with their feet on the ground, they've limited their ability to get free of that, so they're kind of stuck, and their hands are extended, and both teams able to reach in there and cause a tie-up when that happens.
Well, and the Cougars, they love pressuring, they love pushing the ball up, so they might not as much have as immediate outlet help consistently on that. Beaver dribbles up, avoids the trap. Beaver to the high post, just high pass.
That was obviously a look that Coach used out of the timeout. Doris just got a little eager to make that pass when it wasn't there.
Yeah, I like the idea of the pass. Just a little high on the execution. The trap there, Quaddy coming across the steal.
That was so far out of bounds. Like I said, I wonder if this side, they're giving us quite a bit of space between the bleachers and the sideline, which is nice for safety, but it may be a little bit deceptive as to how far out the boundary is.
Okay, good hustle there by Quaddy. Really appreciate how she's zipping the passes in. It's one of the things that her unofficial coach and her talked about last night. Osborne bringing the ball up. Looks into that low post. Just passes it right over the head of Doris. And now the lead is 3. Beaver gets set for the shot. Long. Loose ball. Nice play by Sanchez. And then she gets pushed out of the way on the rebound. So Sanchez comes in there and rips the ball out. Gets a good shot. Just shorts it. And so substitution here as Bonham comes in. 1-4, sets up the 3. Jesse back over to Sanchez. Sanchez for 3. Got it.
That is such a big 3. Cougars were reeling a little bit to get a basket, and Sanchez just nails it.
Oh, good hustle. Go ahead and get that jump ball. And well, okay, yeah, we got a timeout.
Smart timeout by the Rush coach.
Yeah, there was nowhere for Burgess to be able to go with that ball. So using that timeout, that's what they're there for. Yeah, such an important 3 by Sanchez. Cougars got a little bit cold. There was a run that was Rush was on and kind of cool it down a little bit. That's one of the questions going into this season after they lost 3 seniors that were starters and were all major scorers, including the 2,000-point club of Libby Fanning.
Yeah, there's no doubt they're missing the presence of Libby Fanning down low, but Carly Doris has been quite a presence for the Cougars. As she gets more comfortable in that role, I think she's going to start scoring some of those baskets.
Little floater there by Osborne with a right hand.
Yeah, Osborne takes it with her right for the first time.
Kicks it back up. Beaver kicks it over to Sanchez. Sanchez looks. Nice skip pass, just a little off. It's a good idea. She dribbled in and drew the pressure.
I actually thought that might have got deflected, but
Yeah.
Stout went for the save like it didn't.
So Osborne Cougars doing the 1-2-2 3/4 press. That's how you break it. Looking for the inside, not there. Steps up, shoots the three, long, and Rush is not in a hurry to go save that ball.
Neither team shooting particularly well, but the Cougars feel like they have a little bit better cohesive ball movement.
Tough pass. Good catch by Sanchez. Dorr sets up for two. Good shot. Good shot. Right now it feels like every point's huge.
Carly Doris now with 9 on the night.
Osborne kicks the ball back, pushes the ball down the court. Who's going to stop the drive? Doris got a good hand on the ball. Bronner comes downhill right at the basket.
Yeah, number 30, the sophomore, Kaylin Bronner, 9 points on the night.
Oh, man. That's the play.
She hasn't scored yet in the second half.
I mean, they just lobbed that in over. So Prater now checking in for Sanchez. You have to imagine. So this is I think this is the play where they sneak back in the shooter right here. But Bronner takes it for the long two. Ooh, man, what a fight there. Oh. So Stout drives in through traffic, gets a shot up, gets her own rebound, and they get called for travel. So substitution.
That's that
here.
dragging back leg I was talking about when you're not really getting through the rebound, so the feet are behind the ball, and it's just hard to maintain position there.
Prater providing the defense. Cougars contested. Quaddy's going to get called for the reach, and she went in for the ball. That should be the fifth. Is that a shooting foul now? Yeah, it's shooting. So now this will send them to the line. So Bruner definitely playing strong, and then made that long two just a second ago.
Yeah, she's got 11 now on the night. I just said she hadn't scored yet in the second half.
Yeah, Brian, you can't say those things.
Well, I think coach was feeling it too. They got her a look on the inbound on 2 consecutive attempts.
I wasn't even quite sure that was the play that they were trying to run, but she saw the opportunity and went up for it. Good rebound there. Cougars push the ball up. Beaver looking. Skip pass to the high post. Dennis.
Dora the Explorer.
Oh my gosh. Gets her own rebound, and Beaver puts it in. Sorry, Doris.
Good possession by the Cougars. Jessie Beaver with a big basket. Oh.
Yeah, she almost got trying to clear her out.
I'd say that was a foul. Cougars get away with one there.
6-point lead. Skip over to Prater to Doris. Doris for two. Good shot. Doris really doing a good job here in the second half with those mid-range. I think that's her second.
Yeah, this is the feeling that the Cougars give because they can score in bunches like this and really extend the lead.
Yeah, so
that was an extra step.
Yeah. So she gets through 2 defenders who are trying to play defense with their hands. And that's going to be a foul and one on Doris. So it's one thing whenever their tall girls are driving to the basket. It's another thing when they get the ball underneath. And so these girls, they're tall girls or big girls are doing a good job of penetration. And our team's having a tough time stopping that. So Doris grabs a breather. Unable to complete the three-point play. Oh man, Prater throws it back. Don't. Oh.
Oh, she hadn't established in the front court
Yeah,
yet.
she had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Prater shoots a long three. Sanchez providing some pressure. Ball up to Phillips Bruner. She's going to drive. Good placement there by Prater. Quick shot. Quaddy trying to tip the ball to somebody. Cuts off the baseline, skip pass. Phillips able to secure the ball, but Sanchez providing pressure. Good job by Julia.
Julia actually went the extended pivot foot. Julia went over top of it and cradled the pivot foot, and that actually should be a foul on her. You can't take away the person's foot.
Yep.
And she ends up traveling on the contact.
What's the second time that she's forced that kind of play on that sideline? It's a turnover.
Yeah, Sanchez, just a sophomore, kind of giving me some Jaylee Johnson vibes.
Those are good vibes. Stout able to secure the ball. Dribbles through traffic. She sees the lane. Bodies in. Gets a good angle. Unable to finish. She had to really turn her body to protect herself.
Yeah, some of these drives these girls are making, they just look so good, and they're just a little off on the finish.
So number 15, Mindeman in. Sanchez with a good steal. Good left-handed, just a little long.
Truly Prater, aggressive rebound.
Bronner's up for two. Don't get the foul. Good stop. Appreciate Doris getting in the way, but the rest of the team just not back in time to stop that. 16 seconds left. 4-point lead for the Cougars as they stall. Ball stolen by Crunland. And good hustle by Stout to stop. So now 4-point lead, 7 seconds left. Rush knows how to close out a quarter.
Yeah, they've
Right
kept
there.
it close. They're right in this game.
Mindeman shoots, and we're going to get that to the end of the quarter. Yeah, it seems like they kind of maximize at the end of the quarter. Probably more than we want. So kind of tough quarter there for the Cougars. Kind of getting ahead in spurts and then not able to maintain the lead.
Yeah, we get out running, and it feels like we just have all the momentum, and Rush is just taking advantage of opportunities. We're just not making quite enough to extend that lead to 10, to 12. But, man, it just feels like the longer Rush hangs around, the more dangerous it gets because we just can't establish that lead.
Yeah, hangs around is the term I would use exactly. And we're not putting them away, but we're letting them stay in this game. Now, I will tell you, number 30, Bronner, she's had a great – we just haven't had a really good answer for her drive. The team's kind of getting out of the way or they're trying to reach for the ball and unable to slow that down, and that could be a major factor here.
Nobody really in foul trouble. Lily Lackey has 3.
Yeah, and I would anticipate seeing her, yep, exactly. Check back in the game here for the fourth quarter. Cougars got their starters. Rush has their point guard still getting a breather as Mindeman is subbed in. I don't remember her playing much in the first half. Looks like they're giving her a breather. She brings the ball up. Little shuffle there. Quick shot. Short. Stout with the rebound. Cougars 3-on-2. Allie loses control of the ball. Probably knocked out of her hands by Mindeman. It'll be Cougars ball underneath. Allie for the 3. Oh, just off. Lackey doing a good job there. Even though she didn't have position on the rebound, grabbing the ball and forcing a jump ball. Again, they just give alley open. It's that mid-range. Dorsch drives in, takes a tough shot, and they'll send her to the free throw line. Foul on Crunland. Excuse me, no, Burgess with the foul. Dorsch good on the first. Makes it a 5-point lead, 40-35, with 9 minutes and 39 seconds left on the game clock. Good for the second. Good 2 points for Doris. As Phillips brings the ball up. Jesse reads the ball, unable to save it. But a good read anyways.
Yeah, nice anticipation by Jesse Beaver. Knew that pass was coming to the wing.
Ball in that high post, quick pass. Kind of a rushed shot. Swarming defense down there. Able to rip through that rebound. Good pass over there to Beaver. Beaver's going to step through.
Oh.
Doris back out to Beaver. Long. Sanchez was kind of waiting there for the long rebound instead of getting in the inside.
Even though these girls aren't making a lot of those shots, you can tell they've played together a lot. They know where each other are on the court.
High post shot. Good. Cuts it down to a 4-point lead for the Cougars. Bounce pass to Stout. Stout looks at Doris. Sanchez looks for the long two. Short. Good rebound by Beaver. Contested shot. Stout underneath the rim. And Lackey gets the shot, and it's going to go to the line. And that foul is on Phillips. So her third foul, second team foul.
Yeah, Phillips had her hands up, but didn't look like there's a whole lot there. Maybe she's stepping through the contact and got a body check as Lily Lackey was trying to go up.
It's a good shot by Lackey on the first free throw. A little long on the second. Makes it a 5-point lead. Big pass, long three, banks and just makes it. So big shot there by Phillips. Cut it now to the closest that it's been all night since the first quarter.
Catherine
Just 2
Phillips,
points.
the senior, starting to produce for Rush. Just 6 points on the night, but that was a big three.
Yeah, big time getting the ball down the court. She's taken several looks and just able to convert. But that was a significant score as it's now just a 2-point lead.
I don't think that banked in, though. Were you
No.
saying it banked?
No.
Okay.
No, I was kind of surprised how quickly she pulled it.
I see.
And I think I got tongue-tied on something. I don't know. So now Cougars just with a 2-point lead. They do have the ball. 2 team fouls for Rush, 0 for New Heights. Lily Lackey's the only player that we have with 3 fouls. And on the court right now, Phillips has 3 fouls for Rush. So Cougars need to be able to get some points. The Rush is doing a better job getting back and slowing down some of those transition points. It's also tough because we've played basically 5, 6 girls the whole night. And so how do our girls keep their wind?
Yeah, it's always tough to know how much the defense is stopping the shot and how much the offense is just missing the shot. But the Cougars have had a lot of layup attempts.
Yeah. So Stout's got the ball, bounce pass to Lackey. Lackey looks, skip pass, dangerous. Beaver recovers it and draws the foul.
That's a good call. I thought they was going to let that go, but the contact definitely came into Beaver as she went up.
So Crunland, so now here's kind of a little scenario as Rush gets 3 team fouls early in the first. Good shot by Beaver, extend the lead back to 3. So it puts the Cougars in a good position if they get into foul trouble early and send us to the line. Good shot.
Big free throws by Beaver to extend it to 2.
Yeah.
a two-possession game, I mean.
Yeah, free throws late in the game. Ball up top. Skipping looking for the look that they want. They're trying to hit that high post or that long three, and all of a sudden, Rush gets hot from deep. Cuts it down to a 1-point lead. On a steal, Doris comes back up. I think we're going to get called for the foul. Oh, no, a jump. I wonder if the foul was going to come because of how she was reaching from the side of her body instead of straight on, but they called a jump ball.
Good aggressive play by Doris. That was an opportunity for Rush to take the lead.
So Minutemen not knowing where to go with the ball. Ripped through, and we're going to get a foul here on Sanchez.
Yeah, strong rip through by Cronlund. Sanchez has two hands on her trying to keep her in front, and that's the right call for a foul.
That's the first foul. Cougars up by 1, 5 minutes, 31 seconds left. Bounce pass up to the high post, quick shot. Gets her own rebound. That's just unacceptable. She's going to drive in, kick it back out. Long pass. Look at the Cougars just a little gassed here. Pass number 2, she pulls it up long. Cougars able to secure the rebound.
Nice outlet.
Great pass. And good finish and good touch by Jessie Beaver.
Cougars dropping back into the half court.
3-point lead for the Cougars. To the high post, quick shot. Long.
Oh, a little quick on the jump, I think, there.
Yeah. Yeah, Doris definitely had possession of that ball, but jump ball and it goes Cougars. Jesse bringing the ball up with the 3-point lead. Rush showing the trap. To the high post, they were ready. Stout back over to Beaver. Beaver to the skip pass for Lackey. Good pass. Way to hang on to it. What are we calling the foul for?
Julia Sanchez kind of flies in there.
I don't quite understand that foul call. Again, kind of that loose ball. Nobody really had clear possession. Minuteman brings the ball up to the high post. Skips it back. Big time three to tie it up. That's Phillips as they stay hot from range. Long bounce pass. Stout picks it up. Sees the trap coming. Skip pass over the head of Beaver.
Beaver was coming to the elbow, and Lackey made that pass like it was intended for the left wing.
So we got a tie game now on the back of some really good shooting by Rush. So I guess part of my question for me is now that now Beaver did have that fast break where Stout got the ball down to her. She had a good finish.
Yeah.
But as our legs are getting a little bit more tired, are we able to kind of push through and to score offense out of our set offense, or score points out of our set offense?
Well, the problem with scoring out of your set offense is that you have to be able to make baskets. And
since when? Yeah, we haven't been able to shoot very well. There was some early in the second half. Doris had a couple good mid-range shots. Sanchez had that big three. But yeah, we haven't been able to score consistently.
Rush has really come back nicely here with a couple points, a couple girls getting on the leaderboard for points. Number 20 is Catherine Phillips, the senior. She's now at 9 points.
Yeah, she's had those back-to-back threes.
And Cronlund 0-0 has become more of a presence down low.
So number 2 bringing the ball up. Cougars in the 1-2-2. They continue to fire from range. Allie able to come up with the rebound. Pushes the ball up, loses a little bit, but able to maintain control. Quick jump shot. Shot.
What a huge answer by the senior, Allie Stout.
Ball's pushed back down, got to the high post for that quick shot. Good rebound by Doris, stripped away. Able to be recovered. Loose ball. Doris gets fouled, recovers, and Stout brings the ball up. 3 minutes, roughly 30 seconds left. She cuts through, finds the open. Long shot by Lackey.
That was a really nice possession as Beaver went baseline and found Lackey on the weak side, but Lackey just too strong.
Oh man, nobody down there for the rebound. And the putback ties it back up. Into Lackey. Lackey goes up, no foul.
Oh man, rolls around the rim and falls out.
Tough. She was able to maintain after she got tipped and then went up again and just couldn't find the right spot. Good cut through. Lost the ball. Up to the high post. Down to the low. Quick shot. And we got a timeout here as Rush takes the first lead of the night.
Yeah, that was one of their best possessions as they looked like a solid team there, moving the ball, crisp passes. Phillips decides not to take the three, finds Bronner at the elbow and the high-low entry inside to 0-0 Cronland for that basket.
So, yeah, we've really struggled with that 1-2-2 in that high post position because they're able to get the high post, and too many of our team is crashing to the high post, and they're just kicking it either down low or they're kicking it outside for the three. And Rushers continue to fire from three.
Yeah, really nice pass by Bronner there. The post is being doubled by the Cougars, and she floated that pass. You know, we always like to say a pass to the post is a bounce pass or a lob pass. And she played that lob pass over the double team right into position for Cronland to turn and finish.
So Cougars now here without the lead for the first time this game. Down by 2. They do have possession. 2 minutes, 38 seconds left on the clock.
Doris for the Cougars has 13, and Cronland for Rush has 13 on the night.
Beaver to bring the ball up. No longer in the trap, just putting in the high pressure. Cougars changing up their offense a little bit. Good skip pass to Stout. Ooh. What do we got?
Hit the wire up top.
Okay. I like that play. I like that shot.
Yeah, that's what you're asking for as a coach. You put them in a position to make that shot.
Okay, Cougars doing more of a settled, not trying to give up that high post anymore. Rush pretty content to run some clock here. Got the drive, skip the high post. Good hands to create confusion. Look at that Stout. Nice recovery. Oh! Allie was able to adjust really quickly to getting that pass. She didn't know she was coming and still get up a shot, but just not able to complete it. High pass. Sanchez able to secure it. And she gets the and one.
What a play by Julia Sanchez, the sophomore. The and one to tie it and a chance to take the lead.
Man, what a great play by Julia Sanchez. Cougars go to the line with an opportunity to take back the lead. Sanchez gets set for her free throw. Long. Good board by Lackey. Good job by Lackey. Looked like she wanted to pass it out first. Then like, man, I'm underneath the basket. I need to put this sucker back up. So Bronner gets called for the foul. So now that puts the Cougars in bonus from here on out. Long on the first. So good rebound there by Lackey. Good putback. See if we get one of these. Give us the lead. And she does.
Great touch on that second free throw by Lackey.
Cougars picking up half court. Good. Oh, Doris almost able to get in there. And Stout. So Doris initially got a hand in that. The Bonner was able to secure it, but Stout came through and poked the ball loose. So Phillips throwing the ball in from that spot. She's going to come back in for the three. That man, I'm telling you, they ran that play a bunch. So 2-point lead now. Allie looking for in the paint. Ooh, did not see Cronlund coming through. So Rush had run that play a lot.
Yeah, huge answer by Catherine Phillips, the senior.
Jesse passes the ball over wide to Sanchez. Sanchez moves her feet a little too much. Jesse looking for the pass. Not there. Good save by Stout. Sees the lane. Trying to dribble through traffic. Got a lot of reaching here. And we're getting called for a jump. Pretty quick on the jump call.
Yeah, I mean, she got tied up a couple times and got free, but the jump ball rule is to prevent undue roughness in the game. And so I understand that call because Allie really didn't have she's really starting to.
High screen, now work, she steps out of bounds. Oh. And so they're gonna call the foul there, blocking foul on Stout. Just under 51 seconds left. Cougars stay in their zone, waiting for the trap, and that's out of bounds. She passed it right out of bounds. I thought maybe Stout got a hand on it or something, but no, that was just a turnover. Doris gets the ball, skips it back to Beaver. Beaver over to Sanchez. Sanchez for three, and she nails it. Huge
Julia
three.
Sanchez, let's go.
Good tip there by Lackey. What a clutch three. Sanchez so clutch here at the end of this game.
Julia Sanchez now with 13 points on the night.
Inbounds pass on the drive. Shots up. Doris comes down with the rebound. We're getting another jump ball. That time I understand the jump ball. Cougars with the 1-point lead, 24 seconds left. Running the pressure here. Oh man, ball got tipped. Hanging onto that ball. Oh no, we don't need the shot. Oh man. So Cougars trying to create an opportunity to score here with the lead with 15 seconds left.
Yeah, Cougars are in the bonus, so Rush can foul to put them on the line, but Cougars can run out the clock without a foul.
Ball inbounds to Doris. Hang on to that ball, team. Good passing between the seniors, and a foul after the pass.
They're discussing whether that should be
Be intentional. I'd like to see that on replay. She had already got rid of the ball.
I don't think I grabbed it in time.
Okay. Yep, and they're going to call intentional.
Yeah, that's the right call. I mean, it's a push to the push to the midsection with no attempt to play the ball. Now we have talked about the rule that is new this year that says a purposeful foul to stop the clock is not necessarily intentional, but that was an excessive foul as well as intentional.
So she gets to shoot two for the technical foul. Missed the first, but good on the second.
Yeah, but the big thing is the Cougars maintain possession at the spot of the foul, so that will be at the 28-foot.
If we're going to see a timeout here by either team.
Each team with just one timeout. Rush can't really burn a timeout because then a made basket would end the game.
So Jesse able to get the ball in bounds, and there's the foul. So Cougars, 2-point lead, 2 free throw shots, chance to make it a 2-possession game with 4.4 seconds left. So senior Beaver to the line to shoot 2. Good. Oh, thought that was good.
Yeah, good rotation. Looked good from here, but little left. We got to make this because a 3-point shot by Rush is what's probably going to happen with the chance.
Oh, just rims out. Time running out. Throws over her head, and that's going to do it.
Oh, whistle at the buzzer.
That's going to do it. Big fourth quarter, hanging on back and forth, and the Cougars are able to maintain for the victory.
If I'm just evaluating what I saw tonight, I'd say if the Cougars lost that game, it would have been an upset. But Rush really looked strong in that fourth quarter and looked like a team that was contending.
Well, you definitely saw some of the pieces come together, both from shooting at range and being able to drive. And the Cougars really kind of struggling with their size. You know, that's probably going to be something that we're going to see this season. A team without necessarily a ton of size on it. But the Cougars just clutch. Great play by Julia Sanchez. Some really big shots, really big points. And then our seniors just staying calm, staying in control at the end of the game.
Absolutely. All right, we'll send you through the second half recap as we take an audio break here, and we'll prepare for the varsity boys game coming up in about 20 minutes. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We are here for the varsity boys matchup between Rush and New Heights Christian Academy. We did the national anthem for the girls' varsity game, so I'm guessing that we won't do it again for the boys' varsity.
Yeah, fourth game tonight. After a half game, girls JV, which the girls won by 1 point. Then a full JV boys game, which our boys were lost. I can't remember the final score on that. And
I think we lost by 3.
I think it was, yeah.
We were down 6, and Bentley hit the 3 to make it a 3-point game. And I don't think Rush scored after that.
Okay.
We had the chance. We had 6 seconds left. Oh, no, we lost by 4 because we had 6 seconds left and we needed to score and then get a timeout and get the ball back.
Okay. And then our varsity girls just squeaked one out, winning by 2 after a close call there. And so now our final game of the night of the varsity boys.
Number 1, Josh Graves, the senior forward, listed at 6'7". Number 2, Benny Graves, a sophomore, 6'4". Number 5 is a sophomore, Kellen Hathcock, listed at 6'2". Who do we miss there? Number 3
11.
is Isaac Wright, and number 11 is Davis Jenkins. All right, Cougars starting lineup upcoming. Number 3, Ben Schumacher, a senior. Number 4, a senior, Jaden Smith. Number 22, senior, Cannon Miller. Number 24, junior, Broderick Burns. And number 25, senior, Adam Stanton.
So Cougars coming off a win last night against Miller. Kind of a tight game. Miller usually plays us tight at home. So the Cougars coming in tonight. No school here. So it's kind of wondering how flat, how sharp can we start the game after a late game last night, no school today.
Yeah, Cougars had a shoot around earlier today to kind of get their legs loose. But it's been a long night. JV game was at 5:30. Now it's
5 o'clock for the girls JV.
Yeah, JV boys, I mean.
Yeah.
Was at 5:30. They've been here since that JV game. Opening tip won by Rush into an attack. Too strong on the layup. Jaden Smith pulls down the rebound quickly out by the Cougars.
Good handles by Cannon.
Cannon Miller into the corner, back up top to Burns. Smith flashes high to receive on the right side, back to Burns at the top. Into the elbow for Stanton. Stanton gets to the basket. Looks like he got fouled, but knocked out of play is the call. And it's a throw in for the Cougars.
Yeah, maybe that initial contact was ball, but it looked like he kind of got armbarred by number 2.
Cannon Miller looking to inbound. Ball deflected away. Will stay Cougars. 7:40 on the clock.
Yeah, you kind of see the wingspan there of number 1.
Miller looking for an option. All the way up top to Burns. Burns back dribbles to reset. Number 11, Jenkins playing on the top of that 1-3-1. Smith baseline, stops in the paint, finds Burns on the cut.
Nice play.
And Broderick Burns scores the first 2 points on the nice finish.
Jaden driving in on that baseline, drawing all the attention for Broderick to come and clean it up. Great play.
Hathcock over to Josh Graves. Into the corner. Oh, he was out of bounds.
Stepped out, yep. Good call.
That's a rule that got put in a couple years ago that you can't be the first to touch after you've gone out of bounds on a play like that where you intentionally go out.
I was kind of surprised to see him even make that move.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing there.
Yeah.
Burns into the front court. 1-3-1 defense by the Rush. Cannon Miller on the right side. Bounce pass to Schumacher at the top of the key. Down low for Smith.
Great
Smith with
play.
a nice floater, and it's a 4-0 lead for the Cougars.
You know, Jaden there does not have the height advantage against number 5, and he just did that quick top soaring release. And what was this, a timeout?
Rush wanted to get in the front court and call the timeout.
So yeah, great opening possessions by the Cougars, scoring points. Well, we know, you know, Cougars want to be a transition team. They want to attack the transition. We saw some really special transition plays last night against Miller, particularly early in the game. And but the Cougars showing here, scoring out of their set offense and just, man, looking for the open pass. Cougars defensively in a 2-3. The Cougars really mix it up as far as how they guard and who they guard, even in a zone defense.
Benny Graves on the ball into the corner.
Cut through. He's got a moving screen. They're not going to call that. They're
Foul called on the Cougars.
So 3 set the moving screen.
Adam Stanton gets called for the foul. Ball in to right.
Yeah, they love that toss back to the inbounds.
Hathcock back up top to Benny Graves. Hathcock for 3 from the wing, and he hits it.
Good shot.
And the crowd goes completely silent. Miller back to Burns.
Trying to lock down that high post.
Bounce pass over to Miller inside to Stanton, poked away. Dangerous pass, Jenkins able to recover. Hathcock brings it up into the front court. Schumacher tightly defending. Bounce pass over to Josh Graves on the left wing. Hathcock from the top, bounce pass into the elbow. Josh Graves all the way through. Good box out by Jaden Smith, and he gets the rebound.
Cougars looking to push the ball up the court.
Stanton into the wing, into the corner for Schumacher. Schumacher goes baseline all the way through the Burns, stolen away by Benny Graves.
Just a little late on that pass.
Up ahead to Josh Graves, and he puts it in off the glass. And
I think Graves wanted that dunk, but felt the pressure coming and slowed it down.
Miller tightly defended, thinks about the 3. Gets it back to Smith. Good
Tough
job stepping to
pass.
the ball. Smith back to Miller, all the way back up top to Burns.
Project calming him down.
Schumacher at the top of the key, at the elbow now.
That's a double
Gets called
dribble.
for the double dribble as he had already put down the dribble at the top of the key.
So big bunch of subs here early.
Brandon Schumacher, Nolan Stanton, and Max Long in the game. I missed the last restart of the clock, so 5:12 is the official time on the clock. We'll get it back there. Hathcock finds Benny Graves on the cut. Too strong. Max Long, good rebound. Outlet to Nolan Stanton on the right side. Stanton into the corner, gets it back to his brother Adam. Adam back up top to Burns, who slows it down. Back to Stanton on the right side, into the corner for Nolan Stanton for 3. Off the back of the rim, rebound by Benny Graves.
Yeah, no weak side back rebounding there.
Down low for Josh Graves. Takes the extra step, gets away with it, and draws the foul.
Yeah, not a bad foul by Max there. Going to foul him, don't let him get the shot off. So it's interesting, the Cougars a little bit, the length of rush out there, just those long arms able to get in the passing lane. Offensively, it's a little, the Cougars are slowing down their offense.
Yeah, I don't know if Broderick's being instructed to do that, but pass up to Broderick, he keeps back dribbling and resetting. Lead 6-4. Burns into the front court. Back dribble.
Nice
Max
find.
Long down low.
Come on, Max.
Step through.
Got to go up strong, buddy.
Can't finish as Isaac Wright pulls down the rebound for Rush. Long three-pointer by Hathcock. Good box out by Brandon Schumacher. Can't come away with the ball. Hathcock loses his footing, gets it over to Benny Graves. Loses the ball as Max Long steals it away. Outlet to Adam Stanton, pushing through the middle.
Rush doing a good job getting the ball back. Or getting back on defense, excuse me.
Nolan Stanton tries to
tipped.
pass it back to his brother Adam, knocked away.
Coach is kind of changing up the offense here. He's talking through him.
Broderick Burns across the timeline. Over to Nolan Stanton.
Oh, man.
Oh. Burns going for the down screen, and Stanton passes back. Turnover back to Rush.
After a good start, those first 4 quick points, Cougars just looking a little rough here for the past couple minutes of the game.
Hathcock over to Benny Graves. Hathcock back to the ball. Splits the double down low for Josh Graves. Good catch. Max Long, good rebound.
Ripping out of
Quick
his
outlet
hands.
to Burns. Burns step through, looks
Oh.
for Nolan Stanton cutting through. Good hands. Gets it back up to Brandon Schumacher. Thought about the three. Kicks it back to Stanton. Adam Stanton, dribble drive. Kicks it back to Nolan Stanton in the corner. Swung across for Brandon Schumacher at the top. Back to Adam Stanton. Thinks about the three. Double team comes. Stanton looking for an option. All the way across for Brandon Schumacher. Benny Graves closes out on him. Back to Schumacher. Drives in. Bounce pass into the paint. Nolan Stanton, good fight for the ball. Gets on the floor.
And he's rolling.
And gets called for the travel.
Yeah, he's twisting.
Line change for the Cougars. 5 subs in. Hunter Marsh, Connor Perry, and the 3 senior starters back in. Ben Schumacher, Cannon Miller, and Jaden Smith.
And none of us really kind of understand the full game plan here with substitutions as Coach tries to find a rhythm early in the season. A deep, deep bench for the Cougars this year.
Ball into Josh Graves in the paint. Kick to Jenkins in the corner.
Yeah, he totally had the inside position on Connor. Was able to push him out of the way.
Ben Schumacher up ahead. Over to Cannon Miller on the right side. 8-4 the score. Cougars being deliberate to attack the 1-3-1 offense of Rush. Ben Schumacher all the way across to the short corner for Miller. Cannon Miller, nice job rising up to receive. Dribbles back out to the three-point line. Bounce
Nice
pass
cut.
by
Oh,
Smith to Miller.
Finish that.
Over to Schumacher at the top for 3, and he got it.
That's what we needed. Ben had a great, great shooting first half against Miller last night. Good to see him picking up where he left off.
Hathcock shielding off the attack by Schumacher. Isaac right into the attack. Loose ball, Hunter Marsh and Connor Perry there to get the rebound, but can't secure it. Back out of bounds to Rush.
Yeah, those are kind of those things where, hey, man, I got it. But it happens so quick. But two of our guys trying to rebound the same ball and lose it out of bounds.
Kellen Hathcock inbounding
wide open.
for Rush. Benny Graves
is the
back to
play.
Hathcock for 3 off the front of the rim, and rebound falls to Jaden Smith.
That's the
Josh
same inbounds
Graves
play we've seen
gets away
every
with a
time.
push.
That inbounds play,
Yeah.
every level's run.
Smith bounce pass into the corner to Perry. Perry back across for Schumacher, gets a hand on it. Ball deflected by Josh Graves back to Benny Graves. Benny Graves all the way to the basket, finishes with the right hand on the reverse layup.
Yeah, dangerous pass there.
Then Schumacher walks it up.
Cougars got to play a little bit tighter here with their passing.
Davis Jenkins at the top of the 1-3-1. Connor Perry picks up his dribble, gets it back to Ben Schumacher at the top. Schumacher backdoor cut,
There
or
we
backdoor
go.
pass for Hunter Marsh, and he's there for the score.
Great find by Ben. Hunter just having his hands ready.
Davis Jenkins wants the 3. Connor Perry, good job boxing out. Ball goes to Jaden Smith. Ben Schumacher out on the attack. Hesitation dribble at the 3-point line, well defended by Hathcock. Schumacher back up to Connor Perry at the top. Josh Graves gets away with another foul. That's the 3rd foul that should have been called on him.
It seems like they're letting him play tonight.
Cannon Miller picks up the dribble in the right wing. Into the corner for Schumacher. All the way across for Perry. 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Ben Schumacher on the left wing. Flipped over to Miller. Miller splits the double. Jump stop in the paint. Short. Hunter Hunter Marsh there for the save. Gets it back out to
Good
Schumacher.
save by Hunter.
Over to Jaden Smith. 7 seconds to play in the quarter. Over to Ben Schumacher. Schumacher pulls up from 15
and
draws the foul. 0.3 on the clock. Schumacher will get 2 free throws.
Yeah, good decision by Ben. He drove in, but I also liked how Hunter cleared out the defender and opened up a lane for him to give him a little bit of a better look. So good heads-up play by both players.
Schumacher too strong on the first. Chance to end the first quarter with a tie game.
Don't need to get any dumb fouls here, White. Oh, man.
In and out on the second, and that does it for the first quarter. Schumacher 0 for 2 from the line.
So low scoring first quarter, just 9-10. We continue to learn kind of coach's philosophy on substitutions, how to maintain the game rhythm. Offensively, you know, we talked about it at the first part of the game, right? They were kind of slowing down, setting it up. They were speeding it up there at the back half of the offense and trying to create. But it's such long passes that work in this offense.
Yeah, to your point, the pace of play can still be fast in the half court if you just swing that ball from side to side, and then it creates your attacking lanes.
So I'd like to see some. We haven't really got to open up the transition much. You know, Rush's kind of core players are pretty quick, and they're definitely long. And so interrupting those passes early in the game, which I think we've made some adjustments for.
Yeah, I would say Rush likes to get out in transition as well. They're not quite as deep as us, so maybe these subs can be to our advantage late in the game.
Right.
Cougars have the arrow to start the second quarter. Cam Marin's in the game along with Caleb Dennis, Adam Stanton, Ben Schumacher, and Broderick Burns.
Yeah, just speaking to the depth of the team, there's 3 freshmen that have already played tonight when we have 4 seniors.
Ben Schumacher on the ball on the right side. Bounce pass in, kicked away by Josh Graves. Will be Cougars ball.
So that depth allows us, to go deep in the bench, find the right matchups. We got a little bit of wet spot on the floor, which is impressive because Max isn't in right now. I've heard from the guys that there's a little bit of a reputation
for
Max
sweating
being
or
a sweaty guy.
Oh yeah. All right, 7:50 in the second quarter. Cougars inbound into the backcourt. Ben Schumacher over to Broderick Burns on the right side. Schumacher cuts through. Burns back to Schumacher. Puts the dribble down. Looks backdoor for Marins.
Yeah.
Gets it to Burns. Pulls up from the free throw line.
Good shot.
And Burns knocks it down to take the lead.
Good shot.
Benny Graves in the backcourt. Switched all the way across to number 12.
I think Ben got a hand on that. Oh, Ben.
Then Schumacher drives in on Mayo.
Oh.
Benny Graves on the backside gets the rebound. Josh Graves outlet.
I lost the ball again.
And Broderick Burns pulls down the rebound.
That guy wants that dunk so bad he can taste it.
Adam Stanton steps through. Tough shot. And, can't get the roll. Caleb Dennis there on the finish.
I think that's Caleb's first varsity game points.
Cougars in that full court press. Hathcock, dangerous pass, gets it to Josh Graves in the middle.
He's going to shoot that 3.
Davis Jenkins for 3, and he hits it.
We saw him pull several of those in the JV game.
And the game's tied at 13.
It's a little spark here at the beginning of the second quarter.
Burns with his left-hand dribble. Over to Ben Schumacher on the right side.
I like this backdoor cut that they're setting up.
Bounce pass to Marins into Stanton for the 3 in the corner. Cam Marins fighting for the rebound with Benny Graves, and he's able to pull it down.
Just able to push him out.
Hathcock across the timeline in the middle of the court. To Josh Graves cutting through. Acrobatic finish.
Yeah, nice cut.
And Rush retakes the lead 15-13.
Nice cut. Adam missed that three there. A presumptive leading scorer for the year. Hasn't found any points yet.
Bounce pass into Marins. Gets it to Schumacher into the corner for Burns. Burns drives baseline.
We got a block there.
And Hathcock gets called for the blocking foul.
Yeah. Project really aggressive on his drives, just going in and pushing through the defender. Not trying to get around him, just going through him.
Okay, Marins inbounding for the Cougars. Flips it into Ben Schumacher at the left wing. Back up top to Burns. Burns slowing it down. Over to Schumacher on the left side. Over to Stanton. Stanton to the elbow. Back to Schumacher. Benny Graves closes out. Schumacher dribbles into the short corner and resets. Bounce pass over to Burns at the top. Burns back to Schumacher. Thinks about the pass to the corner. Resets to the top as Jenkins tightly defends. Schumacher with the left-handed dribble to the elbow. Back to Stanton in the left corner. Adam Stanton looking for an option to swing it across. Back to Schumacher. Jenkins comes in to defend. Long possession into Dennis in the corner. Back up top to Burns. And timeout by the Cougars.
Yeah, Rush doing a good job of staying in their zone, staying in their spots, not biting for much. As the Cougars are trying to make those quick passes to flex the zone to open up some type of skip pass.
Yeah, what's your thought on Ben just taking one of those from 25?
I mean, I'm not going to say no to that.
I mean, I don't know what that, if you hit a couple of those, then that really extends the defense. That opens up that elbow. If you are missing them, it turns into long transition opportunities. So that's the tough thing about it.
Well, I mean, right, we're trying to flex the zone by passing, right? You can also flex the zone by drive penetration. And you try to create those mismatch skips where you got multiple guys crashing on the drive. And so right now we're trying to create it off the pass and looking for that backdoor cut or something up at the high post.
I do appreciate that Rush put their shirt size on the program tonight.
What?
So we know that head coach Jamie Hathcock is a double X.
I don't know if I did not notice that. Well, we'll make sure we see if we can find him any type of sweet shirt or a sweatshirt.
Yeah, I think he's hinting at getting some free gear.
I don't think they're going to want any New Heights swag. We can send some old College Heights stuff.
Schumacher to Stanton at the elbow, turn and shot. Cam Marin's there for the rebound, but it missed the rim. It looked like it went off Marin's, but ruled off of Mayo.
Yeah,
will
maybe
stay
he got
Cougars
a
ball.
hand on it. Ref was right there, had a pretty good look at it.
Cam Marin's underneath. Bounce pass into Stanton.
There you go, Adam.
Stanton with the floater in.
There you go, Adam.
Cougars tie it at 15.
Yeah, Adam does such a good job with those floaters. It's kind of those one-hand hook shots.
Mayo, Josh Graves back up top to Hathcock. Kellen Hathcock, the sophomore guard, finds Benny Graves on the cut. Stanton, nice job not committing the foul.
Yeah, good D.
Burns gets the rebound outlet to Stanton. Quickly back to Schumacher.
Here we go. Ben didn't like what he was seeing as the cutter came through. Oh.
Stanton tries to find Schumacher on the cut. Goes through Schumacher's hands into transition. Nice job by Burns defending as Hathcock tried for it. Good outlet. Stanton to Schumacher. And that's goaltending.
That's goaltending.
And Schumacher gets the bucket.
Yeah, you saw that coming as he stopped his pacing. He was gearing up to try to block that.
Yeah. That is a new rule this year. It used to be in high school that the ball had to be coming down. Now the rule is specifically if it hits the backboard, it is goaltending, just like the NBA.
Ooh.
Stanton goes for the steal. Good pass high for Benny Graves to receive. Graves to the basket. Well defended by Dennis.
He's gonna get
foul called on Dennis as he went down and got the illegal contact on the arm. Josh Graves will go to the line for 2 free throws. Cougars have done a nice job on those cutters, just standing them up and not fouling and being there for the rebound.
I mean, there's a little bit of physicality that they're letting them have out there. So Rush a little cold here. Ben gets a breather.
I think Schumacher's going to the locker room to grab his inhaler. Jaden Smith back in the game. Missed both free throws. Good box
Good
out by
seal.
Stanton. Out to Burns on the right side. Burns brings it back to the middle. Cougars maintain a
Gotta
2-point
reach.
lead, 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Bounce pass into Stanton at the key.
Nice.
Looks for Smith.
Nice. Great
Smith,
play.
nice job. Rises from the short corner.
Great play. You know, they defended the high post a little bit better early in the game, but that high post just creates all the rest of the action. So great job by Adam to turn and look.
Josh Graves, good take to the basket, but can't finish. Caleb Dennis there to tie it up, and the arrow goes to Rush.
Good defensive.
Cannon
play,
Miller
good
and
rebound.
Nolan Stanton back in the game as Caleb Dennis and Cam Marins, 2 freshmen with some quality minutes. Hathcock inbounding into the corner for Mayo. He
So now
passes
he's
it
gonna
up to Benny
slide back
Graves.
in. The inbounder slides back in after the ball goes up. to the
Hathcock on the
45.
dribble. Over to Benny Graves on the right wing. Hathcock long 3-pointer. Mayo fights for the rebound against 4 Cougars. Josh Graves in, can't get the finish. Quickly outlet by Stanton to Burns. Up to Smith, into Nolan Stanton. Back to Burns on the right side. Burns looks in. Dribbles back up to reset. Gets his
Now we're
pocket
gonna see the
picked.
dunk.
And in for the dunk by Josh Graves. Almost lost the grip there. And the
He's been
crowd
looking for
goes
that.
silent. Burns on the left wing, gets it into Nolan Stanton. Back out to Adam Stanton for 3. Too strong. Well, fight
Good
for the rebound.
hands.
Jaden Smith there to secure it. Gets it to Cannon Miller.
Good poke by Nolan to create that.
Back up top to
Opportunity.
Burns. Looks in for Stanton at the block.
Nice.
And nice move. Gets through.
Nice.
Scores it off the glass through Mayo.
Nice. Got to get Adam going. It's good to see those points coming in.
Benny Graves on the left side. Picks up his dribble, gets it into Josh Graves at the elbow. Over to Hathcock. Hathcock looking to penetrate. Floater is too strong. Mayo on the backside rebound and turns and makes the baby hook.
You know, it's been impressive to me how little luck they've had sometimes on those internal drives. They've been missing layups. I don't think they're going to miss those all night.
Nolan Stanton in the corner, looks for an option, bounce pass to Adam. Finds Smith from the free throw line,
Great play.
and Jaden Smith nails it.
Jaden's gotten a couple of those short jumpers off of those passes, just ready to pull. Good pass by Adam, good shot by Jaden.
Hathcock across the timeline over to Benny Graves on the right side. He wants the long 3. Fight for the rebound. Burns comes in and wins it.
Easy. Broderick.
And Burns
They're
able
gonna
to
get
draw
the
the
offense
foul
here.
as he's ripping through.
Really? I thought they were going to call him for the offensive foul there for a second.
Well, he definitely could have got called for excessive elbows, but also there's 3 guys grabbing his arms as he's ripping through. It's kind of a catch-22 on him.
Right.
Ref decides to go for the foul.
I thought we were for sure going to get the offensive foul called on Broderick.
Burns did a nice job of, even though he was swinging
Turn.
aggressively, he had his elbows tucked in.
I love it.
Nice job.
I love it.
Jaden Smith with the athletic finish at the glass.
We were watching him dunk, not in the warm-ups because that's illegal, but in between games. And just elevating over.
Benny Graves on the right side. Over to Jenkins into the short corner for Mayo. Mayo
Good
rises up off the front of the rim. Jaden Smith pulls down the rebound into transition. Hathcock picks him up. Smith into the corner. Back to Stanton. Stanton looks inside. Double team comes. And Josh Graves with a hand in Stanton's back gets away with the slap down on the wrist. And it's ruled out of play.
And I love this play by Jaden right now. He's doing a great job finishing.
Broderick Burns brings it across the timeline.
Coach tells the team they're in no rush.
Into the top of the
Turn,
key,
look,
Stanton
yep.
turns and shoots. And
Hey.
it's good.
If they leave that high post open, shoot that ball. Shoot that ball.
8-point lead now for the Cougars. Hathcock across the timeline. Cannon Miller tightly defending.
Oh,
Hathcock
man,
all the way in,
that's-
swings it across to Benny Graves. Graves picks it up, gets it to Jenkins on the right side. Back to Graves on the left. Graves pushes into
Yeah,
contact.
he's-
Nolan Stanton gets
Yeah,
called
he's-
for the hold.
Yeah, he got
and
cooked, and he's just kind of hanging on to him a little bit. Haven't had a lot of fouls here, really, this whole game, comparatively speaking.
Hathcock inbounding for Rush. Stanton steps over the line and gets a sideline warning.
And Nolan was doing a great job. They were trying to get number 2, but Nolan was doing a great job defending them, taking away that pass that they wanted. So what they'll do, they'll take it up top. One will cut back in. Then the inbounder will go to the corner, just like this.
Hathcock to the basket, tries to find Josh Graves on the cut, and just passed it behind him.
Nice.
Well defended by the Cougars. 9 seconds remaining here in the first half. Cougars with an 8-point lead with a chance to make it double digits. Broderick across the timeline, gets it to Miller on the bounce pass, into the corner for Smith. Smith takes the quick 3. Stanton there, backside, and Jenkins at the buzzer, and that will do it for the first half.
A nice finish there for the Cougars in the second quarter. A lot of great opportunities finding the open person out of that high post. Whether they leave the high post alone or we can find the cutter, just great passing and great finishing.
Yeah, it was 10-9 at the end of the first quarter. So a 9-point second quarter for Rush and an 18-point second quarter for the Cougars.
Yeah,
all right.
I do have to think, though, the thing that makes me just a little bit nervous as we watch this game is how long are they going to stay that cold at shooting? You know, Rush is not we're putting good ball pressure on them. We're doing our part, but they're just missing shots. They're missing layups. They're missing threes. And at some point, those are going to start falling.
Yeah, there's the Cougars have done a really nice job of contesting without fouling on those cutters. Josh Graves plays high above the rim. Hasn't had a good touch on the ball to finish at the rim. Like you said, he wants to be dunking that ball.
Yep.
And he's trying to find he's getting head level with the rim almost, and then he's trying to figure out a touch. And the Cougars are doing a good job of staying disciplined, hands up, absorbing some contact, and just making that shot just a little bit off, and then turn it into transition. They're really pushing Rush, who's playing looks like maybe 6 or 7 players.
Yeah, that's it.
And Cougars are turning every rebound into a fast break opportunity.
Yeah, and with that and with our deep bench, you can kind of wear them down a little bit for sure.
All right, we'll take a halftime break here. There's 8:40 left on the halftime clock. We'll be back for the start of the second half. All right, just about a minute before the end of halftime. Cougars actually have the arrow. I messed up the arrow at some point because I have it with Rush on the arrow.
So what do you think, Brian? What are some of the keys to the second half?
Well, Rush is going to get some runs. They want to push in transition. When they get a defensive rebound, we need to make sure we're dropping back and marking the outlet. And then just continue to play with pace. Our ball movement has really helped us to create some open opportunities. Jaden Smith obviously made some huge buckets in tough positions. And then just the balanced spread. We have Jaden leading scores with 8. Adam Stanton has 6. Ben has 5. Broderick has 4. So we're really spreading it out and just finding the open guy, being unselfish, but also being confident to take the shot when you're the guy.
I like we've looked like a disciplined team, particularly on defense. I think that's going to really, really matter here.
Broderick gets the start over to Miller. Slipped over the top, back to Broderick Burns. Stanton flashes high to the key. Pass over to Cannon Miller. And Miller from 15 rims out.
Yeah, good look. Cannon was open.
I don't know if Coach Harrell saw something else, but he really reacted to that pass. Benny Graves comes in and makes the nice shot off the glass.
Yeah, we did not contest that look at all. Everybody was standing in their zone, didn't adjust.
Burns over to Smith at the top. Back to Burns. Finds Stanton turn and shoot off the front of the rim. Miller, oh my goodness, how is that not a foul? Offensive rebound and then another shot. Rush pulls it down. Hathcock down low, stolen away by Burns, has Cannon Miller out in front. Miller.
And we're going to get another, oh.
And foul called on Hathcock.
He came in with the body. He doesn't feel like he had any contact with him. Our student section begs to differ.
Miller good on the first. Here's a look back at that basket. Yeah, he at the top he runs into Miller's shoulders. Cannon Miller makes both free throws and back to an 8-point lead.
Good free throws. There by Cannon getting some points on the night. Good to see all of our starters now with some points.
Benny Graves down low for Isaac Wright, and he puts in the basket.
Way to push the ball.
Smith back to Miller. Miller looking back across, gets it to Burns. And the Schumacher in the corner, double team comes. Schumacher steps through the double but loses the handle.
Definitely some contact there on both sides.
Benny Graves flips it out to Jenkins for 3. It's short, but Josh Graves there on the follow. And he puts it in. Schumacher's got to be more decisive when that ball goes to the corner. 4-point game. Burns picks up the dribble all the way across. Oh, Stanton was screening as he thought the pass was to Miller.
Yeah, I mean, even when that's off, you like to see Cannon go for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Cannon was thinking. I guess he thought Adam was going to go for it and looking for a kick out.
Yeah.
Hathcock to Graves. Benny Graves ruled still in the backcourt. And a big turnover for the Cougars in that full court press.
So our student section now going. I don't know why now for the first time tonight, but it's good to have them going.
Yeah, bringing some energy back to the game because the third quarter opened up with a pretty flat crowd. Josh Graves goes for the foul. They don't give it to him.
Nice.
Nice
good
look
play
by Stanton down low.
Man, that Adam to Jaden assist shot has been working great tonight.
Benny Graves spins, double team to get it to Josh Graves down low. for Wright.
Good
Stanton
block.
with the block and gets called for the foul.
I don't think it was on the initial. Was it on the block? Or I thought maybe it was whenever he was trying to tip it off back to his teammate.
Called for the push.
Did he have a hand maybe on him?
Take a look at this. He's got his right hand guiding.
Is that what they called him? Because his hand looked like pretty good contact.
All right, Max Long, Brandon Schumacher, and Nolan Stanton in the game. Cannon Miller, Jaden Smith, and Ben Schumacher sub out. Second shot rims out. Adam Stanton, good rebound. Outlet to Burns, quickly up to Nolan Stanton on the right side. Double team comes. Stanton swings it back over to Adam Stanton. Stanton wants the three. Long rebound. Burns is there for it. Burns holds it up. Double team comes. Gets Stanton at the top of the key into the corner for Nolan Stanton for three.
Nice.
It's way long. Adam Stanton flies in for the rebound. Pound dribble, but put the dribble on the line.
Great rebounding by Adam. Flying through there as guys stand around. I know that's a point of emphasis Coach Harrell's been talking about, is that everybody's got a rebound this year. Everybody.
Hathcock to Josh Graves, over to Benny Graves. Driving through. Tough finish. And it's a three-point lead for the Cougars. Quickly out after the basket. Stanton into the front court to Burns. To Stanton at the top of the key. Thought about the shot. Gets it over to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher with a left dribble back to the top. Over to Burns on the left side. Back to Stanton. Tough pass. Stanton's able to receive it. Back to Schumacher at the top for three. Too strong as Max Long comes in. Long rebound kicked out to Stanton. Stanton through traffic, draws the foul.
Good physical drive there by Adam. I like the shot by Brandon, but, man, great hustle all over the court by Adam to find those rebounds and to keep the offensive possession alive.
Stanton good on the first. Back to a 4-point lead. Number 4, Aiden Lauder in the game for Rush.
Good shooting.
Both free throws good for Stanton.
Imagine Adam spent some time today at their shoot-around working on some free throws.
Hathcock across the timeline to Benny Graves. Trap comes the Stanton brothers.
Ooh.
And Nolan Stanton gets called for the little extra.
It's interesting because we're swarming them, but it's the same type of thing that they're doing to us here on the other side of the court. I don't see it being any less aggressive.
Josh Graves quickly in to Benny Graves.
Good job, Max.
Turnaround jumper, and Josh Graves gets called for the foul down low. They both got it that time.
Well, Max did a good job of deterring the drive, just pushing him a little bit further off balance. And then Adam doing a great job of getting position there for the rebound, sticking his hind end into the defender, forcing that foul. They're taking away that high
Burns
post
over
now.
to Nolan Stanton on the left side.
Yeah, they're focused on that high post.
And Stanton to the key, back to his brother Nolan. Over to Brandon Schumacher at the top. Schumacher switches direction back to Stanton.
Nice.
Flipped over, floater from
Good
10
play.
feet. Nolan Stanton, nice basket.
Stanton to Stanton. Might be a set of parents down there that enjoyed that play.
Kellen Hathcock into Lauder. To Josh Graves.
Ooh.
Nolan Stanton from behind.
I think they're going to call this one on Nolan for the swing. Yeah, Adam had good position on him. Was facing his front, just contesting the shot. Nolan came from the side, swinging at it, trying to block it, and got called for the foul. And they convert the N1. Substitution here.
35-31, Cougars with a 4-point lead. Nolan Stanton checking out with 3 fouls.
Marin's coming in for Nolan.
Roderick Burns walks it up the left side. Jaden Smith at the table to check in at the next dead ball. Bounce pass over to Burns into the corner for Marins. Marins looks for Long down on the block, back up top to Burns. Burns looking for the short corner for Stanton. Picks up the dribble at the elbow over to Marins in the corner for three, and he got it. Cam Marins with the big 3-point basket, and it's a 7-point lead for the Cougars.
I'm pretty sure that's his freshman varsity regular season points.
Benny
Big
Graves into the corner. Swung across for Hathcock. Max Long, good rebound. Even
Tough
better
pass.
sweatband. And pass outlet to Brandon Schumacher. Foul called. That's the 5th foul. Brandon Schumacher will get. I'm sorry, that was a quick post on the scoreboard. That is the 4th foul.
Yeah, good rebound, good kick out. Had the position for the pass. Tough pass. But good to come away with the foul. Pick up your dribble.
Burns to Stanton Adam Stanton in the corner. Back up top to Burns. Jaden Smith back in the game. Gets it to Stanton. Stanton steps back for the 3.
Ooh.
Long rebound, fight for it on the corner. Jaden Smith, nice attempt to save it. Acrobatic attempt. Ruled out of play. Throw in for, or inbound for Rush. All right, so Jenkins back in the game. Davis Jenkins, the junior guard. He has, I was thinking they subbed him out with foul trouble, but he's got 0 fouls. So he's fine in that regard. Benny Graves walks across the timeline. 7-point lead for the Cougars. Jenkins back up top to Benny Graves at the top. Hathcock flashes high back to Graves. Rush delivered in their set. Oh my goodness, what is that? Traveling called.
He tried to come up over his own player and kind of Euroed into, I don't know quite sure what he was going for.
Yeah, I mean, it was an offensive foul first.
Yeah.
But we'll take the travel.
They were really trying to create some type of isolation on the far side of the court.
Burns across to Marins. Back to Burns on the left side.
Got at him.
Into the corner for Stanton. Thought about the 3. All the way across for Marins on the right side. Marins fighting through.
Good control.
Max Long, big boy in.
Let's go.
And draws the foul.
One of those got to go.
Max Long will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Max rebounding so hard he needs another headband. So Max definitely got fouled on the first attempt, able to get his own rebound and go back up again, and got called on the second.
Long too strong on the first off the back rim.
Max has multiple nicknames. Big Smooth, I think is what Coach Harrell calls him. Good shot.
Good on the second. 8-point lead for the Cougars.
Trap, nice poke by Adam. Good hands by
Jaden
Jaden.
Smith gets the steal.
Gonna try to go for that block and get the
And
foul.
foul called on Hathcock as Smith goes strong to the basket. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
That's tough for Rush. That's foul number 4 for Hathcock.
Take a look at this as Hathcock comes in trying to go for the steal.
I mean, we've seen that repeatedly on those fast breaks. They're going to try to go for the block.
Even though the foul was called, nice job by Cam Marins being there on the finish.
So with 4 fouls, they lose one of their primary players.
Smith makes both free throws. 10-point lead for the Cougars. 1:16 to play here in the third quarter.
Jaden continues to have a fantastic night.
Josh Graves quickly passed up to number 4, Lauder, and a good finish by Josh Graves on the cut.
Good hands by Blatter, hang on to. Ooh.
Burns quickly head to Smith. Nice job getting up to receive it. Back to Burns, over to Stanton on the left side. Stanton holds as the double comes. Back to Burns at the top on the right. Less than a minute to play here in the third quarter. Burns puts the dribble down. Back across to Stanton.
So you ready for the 1-minute stall?
Yeah, at this point, at an 8-point lead in the varsity game, you probably are playing for the last shot with a minute left. Adam Stanton puts the dribble down. Jenkins tightly defending. Back over to Burns. 30 seconds to play.
Oh, foul.
Oh, Josh Graves comes in and
Unnecessary.
makes a big foul. Doesn't understand why the punch to the face is a foul.
Unnecessary.
And Burns will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
So that's his third foul. You can see the frustration on Rush here during this game. I think there's a style that they're used to playing and just haven't been able to be effective in that style. You kind of see the frustration as the game wears on.
Burns good on the first 9-point lead. Chance to make it double digits here. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Rush playing musical chairs at the free throw line.
Trying to figure out who's going to block out who here.
Yeah. Burns gets the roll on the second 10-point lead.
Good shot, Broderick.
Hathcock across the timeline to Jenkins. Trap comes.
Love it.
They're able to get it back to Benny. Benny, tough finish all the way to the basket.
Plenty of time to get the ball down the court for a last
10 seconds
shot.
remaining here in the third quarter. Ball flipped over to Burns into Stanton. Stanton fadeaway jumper.
Get it, Jaden.
Smith on the follow.
Oh.
Should have been a foul. And that does it for the quarter.
You're exactly right. Jaden trying to tip that ball back up in and gets pretty hammered there by the defense.
Yeah, the defender comes down holding his arm because he hit Jaden's arm so hard. No foul called.
So one of the things that we talked about during the girls' game was it just felt like our girls were just a better team, but they couldn't pull away. And right now I feel like it's really clear that New Heights is the better team, and let's push them out. You kind of see that they're tired. Some of the best players getting a little bit tired, dragging a little bit, and the Cougars continue to push and push and push.
Yeah, we talked early about the sub-rotation. Not sure how it would work tonight compared to last night, how Coach would utilize the subs. But we did say that the advantage of being able to get those subs was going to be the fourth quarter stamina. So we'll see how they can come out. Obviously, Rush likes to play fast. They're a good athletic group. They have 3 really athletic players. And number 5, Kellen Hathcock, is going to start the fourth quarter with 4 fouls.
Yeah, it's pretty tough there with 4 fouls for the whole. So, obviously Rush is thinking that they're needing some type of spark to get them rolling, as it's an 8-point deficit. That's what it was at the beginning of the third quarter.
Yeah, so the Cougars held the 8-point lead. Hathcock to start the fourth quarter. Benny Graves inside to Josh Graves, tipped away.
Good
Burns
hands.
there for the steal. Burns looking ahead.
Nice find.
Finds Marins down low, and Cam Marins puts it in.
What a
Cougars
great
extend the lead
play.
to 10.
Great pass by Broderick. Great court vision. Cam finding the right spot underneath the backboard. Man, you love that. You get a timeout already with just 25 seconds off the clock. That obviously was something significant enough for the coach that they were trying to do something. And just a great find by Broderick, great finish by Marins. That's great opportunity. Like we said, we have a really deep bench. You're seeing freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors all getting playing time during this game. Our core starters are 4 seniors and 1 junior. And those are the major contributors here, but you're seeing every player come in really kind of getting an opportunity to make a play. So it's great to see those freshmen in particular tonight make some great plays, as Cam had his opportunity there.
Yeah, really nice play by Cam using the rim as a protector, going for the reverse layup on the right side.
Coach Steve content to play the hot hand. That's one of the things that I think you'll see here is we have such a deep bench. He's giving the preference to who's cooking right now, what's the right combination.
All right, Rush resets. Benny Graves on the dribble. Into the corner for Hathcock, deflected by Stanton. Loose ball,
Ooh.
Smith on the floor.
I love it.
Hathcock gets to it.
I love it.
Burns dives down. Jenkins gets it over to
Max
Mayo.
don't foul.
Back to Jenkins, wants the step back three. Marins closes out. Josh Graves back over to Benny Graves to Hathcock on the right side. Back to Benny Graves on the left side, gets it to the corner for Jenkins. Jenkins wants the three off the front of the rim. Burns there for the rebound. Burns pulls it away and is able to rip through as Josh Graves has to back away.
Yeah.
Adam Stanton across the timeline, back to Burns to slow it up. 6:55 here in the fourth quarter. Cougars with a 10-point lead. Burns wants a flash to the top of the key. Adam Stanton will reset the position. Burns gets off the tight dribble, gets passed to the basket, short on the glass, and rebound, quick outlet by
Nice.
Rush, and they're pushing it a little too hard over the head of Josh Graves. Turnover back to the Cougars.
So for the first time tonight, we're seeing Rush switching to man. I know Coach Steve believes that's a great advantage for us because we have so much speed amongst our players, and they created kind of a one-on-one opportunity for Broderick. He was just a little soft on the layup.
Burns ahead to Marins in the front court. Back to Burns. Jenkins defending. Bounce pass into Stanton as he faces. Back to Burns on the dribble handoff. Burns into the paint. Blocked away by Benny Graves into transition for Hathcock. Marins defending. Hathcock and can't get the finish as Josh Graves got a hand on it. Got denied by the rim. Burns comes away with it.
Now here's what's interesting to me. Do you see who's guarding Adam, number 5, who is in foul trouble?
Yeah, that's a good point. Get it to Adam to take it to the hole.
Yeah, just try to create an opportunity.
Smith with the reverse dribble. Gets it to Burns. Knocked away. Benny Graves in the middle. Smith comes up to defend. Over to Hathcock, into the paint. Kick to Josh Graves at the elbow. Benny Graves dribbling through the paint off of Max Long's chest.
Yeah.
And foul called on
Broderick?
I think it's on Long.
Yeah,
called on Max Long on the step through.
Called on Big
Continuation rule. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Max just got moving laterally, stepped into his lane. We're going to see the first substitutions in a while for the Cougars.
Benny Graves good on the first, back to a single-digit lead, 9 points. Broderick Burns subbing out along with Max Long as Connor Perry and Ben Schumacher check back in the game.
Yeah, giving Broderick a rest. Max, with as many substitutions we made, those guys have played a lot of minutes.
Graves makes both free throws, 8-point game, 45-37. Ben Schumacher across the timeline. Dribbles at the top.
Right, so now they
bounce pass to
up.
Stanton. Stanton into the middle and push on.
It's going to be not on 5.
Number 12, Mayo.
Yeah, they switched up who's
Oh, no, called on Graves. That's Graves' fourth.
So now they got 2 other players in deep foul trouble here with a lot of game left.
There is a nice dynamic with Cassidy Long on the mic with a little bit of joy in her voice as she's calling out the personal fouls. Schumacher back to Stanton. Josh Graves tightly defending. Back to Schumacher at the top. 5:20 to play.
Yeah, Coach
Hathcock.
Long's wife knows who she's cheering for.
Hathcock defending on Schumacher. Hathcock gets the poke away
Shoves him down.
into transition. Josh Graves comes in and finishes the layup.
Yeah, we got to be able to help Ben out of those positions. Just that one-on-one ball pressure puts Adam up with the ball now. Pushes off. Ben's going to get called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, Schumacher pushes off on the check here.
Yeah, he did, trying to create separation to go get the pass. Just Ben's first foul of the night.
6-point lead. Hathcock inside to Benny Graves, and that's an offensive foul. Good answer by Jaden Smith, holding position as Benny Graves just goes right through him.
I mean, it's kind of just being in the right place at the right time and being smaller than the guy going into you.
Each team now with 2 fouls in the fourth quarter. Schumacher to Stanton on the left wing. Marins cuts through, up top to Schumacher on the right. Back to Stanton at the top. Adam Stanton dribble handoff to Smith. Back to Stanton in the corner. Josh Graves defending. Graves with 4, Hathcock with 4. Stanton resetting, 4:30 to play. Connor Perry's got to clear the lane. Back to Smith.
Oh,
Bad pass. Stanton's able to recover it. With the left floater,
shot.
fight for the rebound. Schumacher comes in, can't handle it.
I love it.
Marins and Perry dive to the ground and collide. And timeout called by the Cougars. Marin got it on the nose, it looked like.
I love it. You know, I love this is one of the principles of Coach Steve's offense is those loose balls, who's going to go get it. And you can see the coaching as players are going and fighting with their own teammates for the ball. Hopefully they stay okay, don't get hurt on those kinds of plays because we definitely don't need that. So it's definitely changing things up since they've gone man. Cougars running a really patient offense. Content to let Rush give them the opportunities.
Okay, so they're going to give Josh Graves and Kellen Hathcock a break. Mayo and Isaac Wright in the game, along with number 5, Lauder.
This definitely creates some of the matchup opportunities.
Benny Graves gets called for the two-hand hand check.
Yep. Yeah, good call. That's something that, what was it, a year ago, 2 years ago, they said they were going to start calling more was the hand checks. Kind of one of those point of emphasis.
Marins with a pass to Stanton to the basket,
Oh.
deflected by Wright. Connor Perry on the
Good job,
backside
Connor.
gets the rebound. Good patience, gets it out to Marins,
Block.
deflected by Jenkins. Trap in the corner, Jenkins looking for an option. Marins tightly defending, and timeout called by Rush. Good
Yeah,
job by
Marins-
Cam Marins forcing the timeout.
Yeah, Marins had an opportunity there, but, you know, right now we need time and easy shots more than contested threes. But made a great play there to force that timeout.
After the game is concluded, there are to be no spectators on the main floor.
So Cougars here with a 6-point lead now. Feels like they're in control of the game, but that 6 points can go quickly with a few turnovers and good shots by Rush.
Yeah. Yeah, the baskets by the Cougars kind of unleash it for the pace, and then Rush starts chasing the game again. So the Cougars holding possession and getting a good shot is really important. All right, big possession here for Rush. 6-point lead for the Cougars. Jenkins across to Benny Graves into the corner for Hathcock. Bounce pass into Mayo. Mayo gets the roll, and it's a 4-point game, 45-41. Burns inbounding to Smith.
Yeah, Rush just kind of calmed down and just ran that offense. They love sliding in through the lane and finding that quick little shot.
Smith over to Stanton. Back to Burns at the elbow. Burns back dribbles to reset. Jenkins comes up to defend. Across to Smith on the left wing. Bounce pass into Stanton. Stanton looking for position. Baby hook. Connor Perry backside rebound.
Come on, Connor. There you go.
Smith on the Stanton on the follow. Can't get it to
Man.
fall.
Two good opportunities, two good looks underneath.
Benny Graves step through to the basket and a good finish. And it's a 2-point game just like that. Jenkins tightly defending on Burns. Burns able to get through the traffic, trying to draw the foul. Burns nice dribble positioning and finally
he's
draws
gonna
the
get it.
foul as Jenkins kept riding on his back. Really nice
Unnecessarily.
play by Burns.
So now we're going to see kind of the subbing game here late.
All right, Cannon Miller checking back in. Connor Perry, some quality minutes for the Cougars.
Now essentially, yeah, we got our starting lineup back in for the Cougars.
This is the confusion of the college court. It should be at the 28-foot line. They instead do it at the table line. Jaden Smith picks up the dribble, gets it over to Burns. Back to Stanton. Burns at the top. Bounce pass into Stanton. Able to turn. Dribble handoff to Schumacher. Schumacher through pressure, gets it to Miller.
Oh.
Ball's loose on the strip by Benny
Good
Graves.
play, Broderick.
Burns reaches in and steals it back, and a huge play by the Cougars to maintain possession.
Yeah, Cannon just lost control of that dribbling through the traffic, but great play by Broderick.
Lauder,
there you go.
Schumacher finds Stanton on the slip. Floater. Can't get it to fall as Isaac Wright pulls down the rebound for
Hey, get
Rush.
back. Come on, guys.
Burns. Was it a foul? Timeout called by Rush. I thought they were calling a foul there.
Yeah, it's a full timeout here.
Rush now with one timeout remaining. Obviously, Rush thinks this is a huge possession. 1:57 on the clock. 2-point lead for the Cougars.
You know, whenever they first switched to man, I was really excited about our opportunities because we have so many great players and the opportunity to take advantage of it, but we haven't been able to convert.
Yeah, I mean, we've decided that we are going to play the time game instead of the scoring game, and that's always a, the prevent defense. It's always a risk. Now the Cougars can reactivate as this game closes out. Big stop here, and then Rush will probably choose to foul.
Well, it's tough because they're going to have to do a lot of the substitutions on offense and defense to try to keep their star offensive players, in the game. Because they don't have fouls to give.
Yeah, and Josh Graves back in the game along with Hathcock.
And their next foul sends us to the line.
Jenkins gets it into the backcourt to Hathcock. Ben Schumacher defending Hathcock with the right-handed dribble. Picks up the dribble, gets it in the corner to Mayo.
Oof.
Pass up top to Jenkins.
Jaden felt
over
that.
to Josh Graves. Cutter to Benny Graves. Tough shot off the backboard. Max Long with a big rebound.
Good job,
gets it out
Max.
to Ben Schumacher. Schumacher slows it down. 1:38 to play. 2-point lead for the Cougars.
Max did a good job of not just even getting that rebound, but putting himself in position to get the rebound. A good heads-up play before the ball even came his direction.
Burns at the top. Smith flashes to the left wing. Gets it back to Burns. Bounce pass back to Smith. Up top to Stanton. Hathcock and Graves can't foul without fouling out. Benny Graves on Burns. Stanton faces. Dribble handoff to Smith. Back to Stanton on the left wing. Cougars running clock, a minute to play. Handoff to Burns. Benny Graves defending. Good screen by Long. Burns with the long two.
Oh.
Long rebound goes to Mayo.
Man, you'd like to see that shot if we're going to shoot with 50 seconds left, be in the paint somehow.
Josh Graves back to Benny Graves at the top. Hathcock over to Graves. Inside to Josh Graves. Max Long with the strong
Big board.
position, and Burns
Big
pulls down the
board.
rebound. 30 seconds to play. They got to get across the timeline.
Whew. The deterrent, Max Long.
And foul called on Jenkins. Burns will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. 25.2 on the official clock.
And what a significant play there as Max stands his ground, makes a really difficult shot, and then Broderick comes in there with this huge rebound. Free throws being, an important ending to the game, just like they were last night.
Burns clutch on the first. If he can convert on the second, they'll make it a 2-possession game.
Oh,
Rims out on the second.
What a
Smith
board.
there for the offensive rebound.
What a board,
And the Cougars
Jaden.
steal a possession.
What a great play by Jaden.
Jenkins has to come and commit the foul.
Man. Senior Jaden Smith with just an incredible game tonight. Not just the points that he scored, but the rebounding, the assists, and just what a fantastic play there. Oh, Broderick.
Burns feeling a little pressure. Air ball on the first.
Oh, Broderick.
Still a chance to make it a 2-possession game, making the second.
Yeah, somebody better block out Jaden. There you go.
Burns nails the second two-possession game. Benny Graves with the ball. Smith guiding. Hathcock into the corner for Mayo. Back to Hathcock. Hathcock trying to find position inside to Josh Graves. Pound dribble and foul called on the floor on Stanton. 5.5 remaining.
That's going to be on number 25, Adam Stanton. That's his third personal.
All right, Cougars, close it out.
Rush does have a timeout remaining, so they'll need to call timeout if they make a basket. Cougars can run it out otherwise. Benny Graves into the corner for Hathcock for three. Misses long. Jenkins saves it, but that's the buzzer, and the Cougars hang on. Big early season win for the Cougars. 47-43 the final in the varsity matchup.
Yeah, we've talking with Coach T before the game. We've played Rush. This is our third year in a row that we've played them early in the season, and we've never beat them as a team. And so it's such a big deal to come in, start the season, win against Miller, and then win against this team here. You start to see some of the picture of who the Cougars are going to be this year start to take shape. Deep bench, aggressive defense, transition, trying to create opportunities. Great to see it all come together tonight.
Yeah, the Cougars had a good game plan, knowing that Rush was a dynamic, up-tempo team that wanted to play fast. They chose to hold their lead and force Rush to defend. And once Rush was in foul trouble, it was very hard for them to commit those fouls down the stretch.
Yeah.
And so the Cougars kind of were able to waste away the game. Only 47 points for the finish. That I don't have a count on the fourth quarter, but I'd say less than 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we only had 10 in the first quarter. I think we went in at 27 at half. And then 20 points in the second half all combined. And I would concur. It wasn't necessarily a ton of points scored tonight by either team. But a great composure. You know, when you see these seniors, these juniors, you know, you see the experience, right? Where they know they've been in these situations before. They know how to play against these teams. And what valuable experience for the sophomores and the freshmen coming off the bench, being a part of that maturity and being part of that just really dynamic system.
All right, we'll close out with the second half recap. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back after Thanksgiving break for some action, but we don't know yet our schedule. We'll have 3 games the week after Thanksgiving at the Pierce City Invitational. Schedule probably will come out tomorrow. We'll hope. I think they're wanting to see the games tonight. Several of the teams in the tournament have a first game, so just kind of get a feel for how they want to seed the tournament.
Yeah, it's great going in with a 2-0 record into the Pierce City tournament. Continue to make statements.